a very good morning to you all. It's a great day. I'm just trying to set up the studio to see my guest join me because today is one of those days that the Chris cannot handle alone. You know, Robo say if matter too much, you can go meet others. Otada don't know. Obuko Kwanyamano. You know, I always come on this show sometimes, and it's not where I pass in that I go out. You know, when I know that it's getting too hot, old man will withdraw. He said, "These children know what they want beat me." Before my guests will get here, I want to play with some of the things so that at least I'll be able to cough out some of the things I'm able to say before we start the show. But the show is itself. We're going to take a look at monogamy and polygamy in Nigeria. I want to look at Nigerian context. I don't want to look at it from the whole world because it doesn't make sense as far as the world is concerned. But maybe if we address this issue, if we relate it to us, we might be able to understand where we're coming from. And I'm going to be brutal today when it comes to that. But before I go into that, you know, I happen to meet this interesting woman. I run across this video and if I say, Bros Falana, don't they do this thing too? Make we see first. Unless it's not the same Falana this guy is talking, this woman is talking about. Make we first listen to this woman. Because if Uncle Falana don't they do this thing for long, then they call her. Waiting they teach person. But I don't, you got so much good reputation. I don't understand. I don't understand. They cannot talk. Make we first watch this video.
Dr. Kemi Lawrence, September 30th, 2024. The time in Nigeria right now is about 5:30 p.m. And I just got this notification from Sahara reporters that NSA chief Nuhu Ribadu, formerly of the EFCC, is asking me to apologize to him for making statements that Falana bought stolen property from the EFCC when he was in power. And if I don't, within 7 days, he's going to sue me for 10 billion naira. I want to laugh, but I can't laugh. But let me just say this right now, okay? Nigerians, I have told you that we have to fall before we can rise again. You know what I mean? They say pride comes before a fall. It's actually a fall that comes before pride.
Okay.
Nigeria must fall, and then we're going to build our country back again because of these kind of people. These non-entities and glorified thieves, okay? Young people, wake up and listen carefully, because I did this video like last week, and I want to really get down into it. That sometimes you don't open a can of worms, and that means like you're going to open all the stuff you didn't want open. And I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to say it all right now, okay? My father's still alive. He's 89 years old. Okay, when I was young, 16 years old, we lived at a place called number 2 Bedwell Road, Ikoyi in Lagos. 2 Bedwell Road was our home address, and that was the iconic address of Muritala Mohammed when he was killed. The very same gates that Muritala Mohammed drove out of on the morning of February 13, 1976, and got killed at the corner there by the Federal Secretariat by Colonel Dimka. That's the house we lived in 1977-78. I was about almost 16 years old in 1980. And then by 1983, we left and moved back to Ibadan because my dad was running for governor. But let me tell you the story right here. When we were in Bedwell Road, Ikoyi, my dad was working at what they call NSTDA. Okay, today it's called the Ministry of Technology and all that. So my father was like a minister, or what they call a federal commissioner. So he was working for the Obasanjo administration and the Yaradua administration. Young Gen Z people, Yaradua was Shehu Musa Yaradua, who was what we call vice president today. In those days, it was called the Chief of Staff Supreme Headquarters. Chief of Staff Supreme Headquarters. That was the right-hand man to the president, and Obasanjo was the president. There was no Asorok, there was no Abuja. They lived in Dodan Barracks, a military barracks, because they were generals.
Okay.
Now, when we were young in those days, okay, the Ribadus also lived, you know, in Lagos. And Nuhu Ribadu's father used to come to our house like almost every Saturday. He was at our house every weekend. You know why he was at our house? Because of Amala. He loved Amala a lot. Bless his soul, he's gone now. But he loved Amala a lot, and his wife couldn't make it. None of his wives could make amala, so he would come and eat it at our house. My mom would make it. She'll fry chicken all day. They'll listen to music and all that. Everybody was very close to my dad. And I was like 16. And Nuhu was probably like 18 or something, 17, 18. Anyway, we grew up together in those days. Now, today when you see Ribadu way in on the street sign, some of you just think it's the streets. There's stories behind these things. And journalism is a rough draft of history. I'm the only daughter of a high-ranked politician in Nigeria that's also a journalist, because these high-ranked politicians, they don't want journalists to know their secrets, and I'm one of them. There's a lot of stories I hear from my father that I've never mentioned him as a source, and there's a lot of stories you've seen that I've mentioned, and you say, oh my God, she was right. Some of my sources are actually my father. We are a hotbed of history. My father's IQ is 201 and mine is 207. Yeah, we're higher than Einstein. So anything I'm going to say on this video, and I might do a part 2, you better take it with a grain of salt.
We
right?
think so.
Mr. Ribadu says I accused him of selling stolen property to Falana. Nuhu, I did not accuse you of selling stolen property to Falana. You shouldn't be suing me for 10 billion or suing me at all. Okay? I accused Falana of buying stolen property from the EFCC coffers. Falana used to represent a lot of politicians, a lot of big boys who lost cars, cash, hard currency, houses, politicians. Yeah, a politician was arrested. They seized 10 properties, 4 bungalows, 3 houses. All those houses, you say you forfeit to the federal government. Who is the federal government?
I don't know.
Who is the federal government?
We
government prosecuting government, government investigating government. When does this stop? At the end of the day, what I said in my video, okay, clear English. I know you're from northern Nigeria, and English is very weak in northern Nigeria.
It's not very weak. They understand.
The English I said in there, okay, is that Falana bought stolen properties from the EFCC. Now, this brings me to VDM. Okay, I've seen all the stuff that happened today at the National Assembly. I'll get to that later. Let me finish with VDM's files before I come to you. But I'm just giving you a taster right now, because you would not like me, Nuhu. You will not like me. Okay, I grew up
not ready for this.
Okay, now, when the EFCC seizes anything, have you ever told the Nigerian people where it goes? You just tell them, oh, it was forfeited to the government. How? Where did all those cars come from? Since your tenure as the first EFCC chief, did you not want to go after Obasanjo at a point, the person that actually created the parastatal? And then you were going to be his target and you ran out of the country, or you ran away from Obasanjo. Why did you go into exile? No, tell Nigerians, why did you go into exile from the EFCC? And they had to choose somebody else. You versus Obasanjo. We're going to get to that. But first things first, okay? Falana, them no born his papa or mama to even sue me, because I have a history with Falana, the Oromoni case. Aside from that, you can see what Falana is doing. He's everywhere. Okay, he's in the NSAS fraud, telling people, activists and people, to take money from the Lagos state government as a gift. 100 million. I'm reading it. I'm seeing everything. Falana is a glorified thief.
Okay? My God.
There's something called integrity, Nuhu. Integrity. When you see stuff from the EFCC, you're saying it's making you look bad as the head of the NSA. It's not you I spoke about in my video. It was Falana. Falana bought something and you didn't know he bought it. That's what you need to say. I'm not aware of that in my tenure. That's what you say. You don't come and take one lawyer and tell them to sue me for 10 billion. But I will expose all of you, because you're all glorified, corrupt leaders. All right? I'm a citizen of almost 2 countries now, and I'm telling you, I'm not playing around. Drop your lawsuit, Nuhu Ribadu. Drop it fast. I don't care if you're the head of the NSA. The NSA is the National Security Agency and one of the highest agencies. If I was in Nigeria, you'd have sent DSS to my house, right, to pick me up, right? That's when Nigeria will really get on fire. You cannot silence voices, especially journalists. Okay, I'm your biggest nightmare. I'm not in the country, and I'm going to speak back onto what has happened here. Mr. Falana should be suing me, not you.
Okay.
And it brings me back to VDM. Okay. Because it's the same thing going on now with VDM. The National Assembly called VDM to show up with Bobrisky and Olukoyede and the prison officials. Who showed up? 3 prison officials, not the controller, I don't think, and VDM. And then some of the reps were even threatening VDM with arrest if he doesn't talk. You can't force anyone to talk. Bobrisky was not there. Everybody needs to be there. Why was Olanipekun Olukoyede there? You're in the same administration full of corruption. You're picking up 1.4 billion naira in loans, new loans. For what? Why is Nigeria borrowing money? Why do we have 17-year-olds on television arrested by the police, the same police that you're in, or you were in at one time, arrested by police in the HK, Hustlers Kingdom? They're asking these young people to open Facebook accounts, learn crypto, learn Forex, and dupe people, right? Were they really teaching them the crypto or the Forex? Or they were teaching them how to use the crypto and the Forex to dupe people? I sat down 8 times this year teaching people Facebook monetization free. I could have taught those kids free. Did I not say it on Arise News, on my interview with Hush Puppy? That we should teach these children how to use tech the right way. But you guys sit down and you're being recycled from government after government after government. The same damn people in the government. No, don't let me start you. There were things going on under your neck that you did not know. Same thing with Magu, same thing with Bawa. Those boys under Magu, directly under Magu, they were seizing all that hard dollars from those Igbo businessmen. And they shared it between themselves. Let me start you in Nigeria. Okay? The same thing with the boys that worked under Bauer. The same thing with you. Now, if you don't know what your boys are doing in EFC, ask. So don't come and tell me that I'm saying Falana could have been buying all this stuff without your knowledge. Isn't that what's happening now with Olukoyede? Some people took 50 million naira bribe and Olukoyede doesn't know. And he doesn't even show up at the National Assembly. This is just part one. I'm going to continue this. Nigerians, please rally around me. Support me. Donate. Send money so I can pay Nuhu 10 billion naira.
I mean, footballer, I'm no man no footballer, I'm no man no footballer. You know, we used to sing this in this song when we used to play football. So we'll go meet today. Falana, do not. In law, there's something they call floodgate. Falana know what I'm saying. Do not open a floodgate for people to talk. Drop the case with VDM now. You see, I believe that nobody is perfect. So I'm not going to overjudge you here. But claiming sainthood in a corrupt country is impossible. Let me repeat that. Nobody can be a saint in Nigeria today because the system itself will corrupt you. Why those of us deep inside can understand that, Baba, do not push further. Because people like this, they're going to come out. You have so many things we have. If all the things we do for backdoor, they bring them out today, all of us today behind bars. Falana, you know what I'm saying? It's my advice that you don't push further with stupid cases. Now, 2 things interest me from this lady's presentation. VDM, God will bless you. Because I said it before that you have caused something that you don't know. Because a lot of people will say things now that they were not saying before. Come on, we have issues like that here. Currently going on in the UK. Now they say, why the Baba they alive? I say they bang. All of them, they come out mad. You don't want to name anybody today. Not be accounting for this one. But you know what, my people? We have issues that need to be resolved in Nigeria, and we're going to do so. Nowhere now, you don't become tortoise. Anything they talk, Falana. The question, my advice to Nuhu Rubado is, no, this lady is not actually accusing you. Of all she has said, you seem to be a very decent human being. And my pain is why people like you should be joining hands to fight. Maybe because they give you 1 or 2 appointments, you always go on the other way. No, but I'm happy that she said that you wanted to go after Obasanjo, which would have been interesting. You know, you are a no-nonsense guy. You don't need to face this woman. Let us face our problem. Our problems are the non-entities running the affairs of Nigeria, and we need to deal with them. We need to put energy together. I want to see VDM. I want to see this lady. I want to see Nuhu Rubado fighting for a better Nigeria. That's what we want. We have no room for fight. When on that basis, I'm going to bring my guests in. They are here, but they are here, and now they are here. Young women, you're welcome to Good Morning Show. Why?
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
Daddy
Daddy Chris.
Morning. Guy, when I get power. The show today, we're not going to go there yet. If not, now you get one video, get one title when I want to. If I put the title now, it go be like say that the Chris won't marry these two girls. But now the truth we want to talk about. The topic is monogamy versus polygamy. I said that you know on a pop one murena that see when I talk now they talk so we know so people not they play with women. They not teach us say one wife na cultural thing, but we will talk about all that as we move on. But let's talk about.
Are you sure you're ready for this topic today?
I'm very ready. In fact, the people will disappear for this topic. No, we'll not go there. But let's talk about what this woman just mentioned. Very important, very, very important. You know, she's now reminding us that, hey, Uncle Falana has been doing this, not today. He has been doing it. That they be collecting money from the EFCC. Look, the first time, the thing that people don't want to hear is this. All the money when they say government sees, oh, EFCC sees it, EFCC sees it, all the property EFCC have been seizing. Where are they? We are ordinary Nigerians. The question I ask today is, all the property, no Rebado you are talking today, everybody is talking, but we don't ask the true question. All the things EFCC has been taking from people, where are they? Oh, the federal government confiscated, they recover certain things. The one they recover from the body, where is the money? Mona, not be quiet, my daughters. Mona, tell me, all the things when I hear say Nigerian government don't seize, they don't take, they don't recover. Where them?
But that is what I kept on saying, right? Even before today, that all the money they said they have recovered, even the one of MFLA and all of that, it just like the same thing that the person was complaining. There's no level of transparency, communication, right, between we and the leaders. They only do that when they want to campaign. That is during the election. Now we could see that sometimes they arrest people for looting money, they collect the money, but we really don't know what they use the money for because we are still in debt, we still owe, right? So
and this is where Falana is coming. Falana need to answer some of the questions because it's the one they always call upon. When case they high profile case like that, they don't say Falana get weight. If they call Baba go and intervene. The lady saying that Falana don't buy stolen property. Baba, if you not buy, answer and leave VDM alone. VDM is small boy. This woman ready.
It is not right now, Falana is not VDM program. I hope you know your VDM has been arrested.
It's there. But the question is,
okay.
Are you people not ashamed?
Ashamed of what? That you use police uniform to do what?
No, that you could not arrest the thief that is nearby you.
Have it
stole 4 billion naira, some billions of naira.
Has it been proven? That is it.
Oh, then okay, now this one approved. Now VDM will approve. If somebody use police uniform, you go put them inside the harbor.
And if it's not that you say I know you love VDM, but can we just
is it a criminal case?
And if for example you're let me say a general, maybe any of the force, right? And you see someone using your uniform, and you know that the person is not part of that particular force, let me say Air Force or Navy or anything. That is you that I know you definitely react. So what are we saying? Can we just do things rightly and call a spade a spade?
Wait a minute. So all the offense when we take care for Nigeria, the problem won't get for Nigeria now. Now VDM, when he claimed to
are we going to neglect
police?
No, this is somebody that a lot of people want to emulate, right? You're a public figure. So are we going to allow it? Other people will start whatever they want to.
Mary, there's something called personification. You understand?
I agree. That one is wrong. That particular act is wrong. So that everybody will not go and start putting on the uniform, right? Can you imagine that we don't even respect
how many people wear? How many you come to UK with the wear army uniform? Mary,
that's some things you cannot do.
You wear army uniform on the street.
Other countries.
Mary, will they buy army uniform they wear? Now only Nigeria they the big person for wearing army uniform.
Yes, because people use it to commit crimes.
Exactly. This young man, if Vivian wanted to commit crime with it, will he come out with it? He's only saying that, hey, I'm showing up. I know it's a show off from the side. It's a mistake. But, hey, is it the problem? Is Vivian the problem we have? Is it the problem?
Every mistake, VDM, funny enough, VDM is fighting against Nigeria being a better place, the security agencies doing their work. So them using him to do their work is also a good thing. It's also a good thing.
All right. I can see.
People,
Anyway, our difference is big today. Our differences go big well today. So it's not.
obvious. It's obvious.
Maybe we don't go to the new topic. Together we don't go to the new topic. If we go to the new topic, we have to kill me there because difference is if you have no agree with
That's
me
why you
on
have
this
people
one.
you have people here to support you, as usual.
Tributes of day. But tributes of
Good morning, Daddy Chris.
for tributes of. Morning, my son. You see these two
Good mo-
guys,
Good morning,
God
Daddy.
say, if you don't come,
Very good morning. Happy New Month, sir.
Good morning, happy new
Good
month.
morning, Chibuzo.
Happy New Month,
Happy New
Patience.
Month, sir.
Happy New Month, Daddy Chris.
Happy New Month. We are here in November and it's a beautiful day. You know, I started this video with this guy, with this lady who has a lot to say. You know, when people have a lot to say, you know, they don't
And
shout.
who has a lot to say? Kemi. Kemi is the person you said has a lot to say. I was so surprised that I even saw you playing her video. What does Kemi have to say, Biko? What does Kemi have to say?
What has she done again?
Blogger that always speak
What
without
she
proof.
done?
The last person that will come here to come and judge her speech is Kemi. For what? Blogger that speak
Alright.
without proof.
So she's lying.
Whether she's lying on this one or not, countless times. In fact, Kemi has lost her respect on the media space because people don't believe that it's water. You get my
I
point?
remember. Well, maybe sometimes all that the Chris want to know is I don't care the integrity of that person. Did what he say correct or not? That's what I care about.
She
And
knows
what
how
I ask is, maybe, but the thing is, maybe you see what I played, why I played the video, she raised a very important question. All the monies they said they have recovered, where are they? That's why I played the video.
I'm not saying that
I'm not
sometimes,
prepared
sometimes even people that sometimes talk out of sense can still make sense. Sometimes that Chris, if you listen to Kemi very well, you'll be angry. If she's saying something right that makes sense, maybe it's for today. Countless times begin to follow Kemi and you see the kind of person she is. That's not what I want to listen to.
And she's
All right.
saying things that like somebody
Like
that does
somebody,
not know
yes,
what she's saying.
like you understand. As if
For example,
let's not be like
for
that,
example, she said that Davido's first child that is late today, Ifeanyi, that is a girl, it's not a boy. That
Imagine.
they only wear him boys' clothes
Imagine.
to cover up
Imagine.
because they wanted a boy child.
Imagine.
They wanted Chioma to look like she gave birth to a boy child.
Who does that?
That Ifeanyi is actually a girl. So you see, Kemi
People are
sometimes.
saying Kemi need to go back to the prison.
Sometimes
Kemi, are you out? Are you out of the prison?
She talks
You
like,
get. That's why I don't like her.
Guy, these guys, they are harsh. This one, they're ready. Anyway, Chibuzo, the question I asked me,
Sir.
people first, because these women, they get something again that day. But what I want to know is, me and the wife stand hand for marriage to her because she's fine. I don't know what they call the best food now. Maybe I don't want the best them. So what I'm trying to say is that Chibuzo, the lady raised a very important issue. She's saying that all the money when they say Nigeria, they recover from this, they recover from this, they recover from this. The EFCC, if you go to the EFCC today, now money you take to yourself. Where are the money? Where are they? If the UK confiscated a lot of money from Bori, we fight for the money to come back. Where is the money? Where is the money? You know, if the Nigerian money that are stolen, if they come back, why we borrow money if we have money? We have so much. So sometimes they tell us, oh, they want to go after, thank God, many mention one big one. Emefiele is there. Where is Emefiele's cash? Tinubu, where they put her? Who did they give it to? We need to know. If you tell us, come and help you to fight a criminal, then it's our money. Tell us how you use the money. Emefiele stole a lot of money. Fine. Where is the money? That's what I took from the video. No, everything you guys say, I agree. Maybe she lost her credibility, but she raised a very important point. On that VDM case, she made another thing. You said everybody need to come there. Only VDM show up. The choir guy or whatever he call himself, what did that is the name? I don't know what they call him the name.
Is it Paris?
Bobrisky.
I don't know him for Bobrisky. What did that in Yoruba name?
Idris.
Where Idris? Idris come. Idris show up. Now what they call him Bobrisky now? So these things we need to address it. if we're going to move on in this country. I understand that many thing I want to say is, and I said it to Falana today, that none of us is perfect. This lady is not perfect, Bobrisky is not perfect, VDM is not perfect. He has his past, right? VDM has some past as well. So is Falana. Don't claim a cent. In Nigeria, the system will corrupt you. Let us deal with that. That none of us are sent. So don't come out and claim to be a saint or begin to sue. Because if we begin to say what we have done or what we have done, what we have done, oh, this or do this or do this. Now, whoa. We don't need that right now. We have hunger in the land. Let us deal with that. The most important thing for me is always about the money. That's why I said I'm going to leave the war side of it. I forgive Falana, but don't claim to be a saint. This is Nigerian system corrupt everybody. What I ask is, but what we cannot let go is where is the money? That's where the decree is coming. Our money now concern me. You feel the breakhead, you feel do everything. My own is that money, we need to use that for the betterment of everyone. So that is where I have problem. Falana can answer that question. Some of the money he has helped to resolve. Where are they? He's a respected guy. We respect Falana till tomorrow. Anyway, I hope we're not going to spend today only discuss it because we go read papers so today and Friday. I want to come, if we allow that topic to go small, then I will bring the topic of today. Can we? You see,
Yes, sir.
I was doing this and I was researching, and I said, maybe we dare do this. Because this thing is in our face. In Nigeria where we live, it's the Muslim culture to marry 4 wives. It's happening in our face. It's not against the law in that part of the world. But in the Nigerian law, it's against the law. But it's practiced. Now, when it comes to the Christian side, if you try you are not only barbaric, you should be stoned to death. I want to share one video with you guys. Let us listen to this video. This video now for people like my age. I know say women don't go like her. You never see what you are the so. But this video, so many people relate to it. When I see this video and they laugh, I say, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So make us see this video. When we finish, I dey make case for polygamy for so many reasons before. But today, now health reason. Make I share this video first. To be these 2 young guys when they with me, they be adults. And I go feed you with her. Let's see the video.
A medical practitioner that men are biologically wired to be polygamists. If I'm having erectile dysfunction, if you give me an alternate woman, a woman who is new to me, and our pheromones click, my ED will disappear temporarily.
Really?
Absolutely. And that's why men come to the clinic now and say, Doc, when I'm with my wife, this thing doesn't work. But when I go to my side chick, it wakes up. I just laugh because that's a scientifically proven fact. Men with 2, 3 wives tend to live an average of 7.5 years longer than men with 1 man, 1 woman. 1 man, 1 woman, that man's sexual activity is going to decrease after the age of 50. When a man is not happy in the bedroom, his productivity is affected. When that productivity is affected, the impact on the economy dwindles. So even the government will not get adequate taxes. You're talking about these great entrepreneurs. If they're not happy at home, they may spend more time at work, then their productivity goes down, and their unit at home is affected because they know they're not going to get any performance there. Men that are not getting enough erection, enough ejaculation a month will develop enlarged prostate. When they develop enlarged prostate, that's when bad things happen, and it affects the quality of their life. In the past 1 year, Dr. Ken, the Secretary of Defense in the US has gone for prostate surgery. Martin Luther King's son died of prostate problem. We're losing quality men. And this day and age, we should not be.
It shouldn't be.
Because prostate cancer is one of the slowest growing. And one of the ways we can reverse it is sexual activity. And the big point should not just be 1 man, 1 woman, because it has never been us. That's un-African. That was started for economic reasons in the European American sphere. We are African. My grandparents, Dr. Ken, had 21 wives. In the defense of women, what I say is what the left hand does, don't let the right hand know. You are not going to bring your other woman to your marital home.
Okay.
You want to have your other woman on a contract. You call her, she doesn't call you. She doesn't disrespect your home. So your woman is still your anchor. But you know why you are doing it, and your woman is on your side. She realizes that you must get your 21 times. And if for some reason she's not able to get it for you, hey, she knows where you are.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Okpetu, this guy throw bomb.
Speech from
Bomb
himself.
when I never see the bomb.
The speech that is coming from the selfish man.
Very never let me finish. Very never let the guy finish before you talk. Oh yeah, now. Oh yeah, now I leave Very to talk. Very respond.
Just be talking plenty. As if all the men are marrying plenty wives. It's only
This
them
guy
that
never get to one, oh.
You want to use this
Very never
video?
get to one.
Are you sure you're ready for
Very
this
never
topic?
get to one.
Chris, are you ready for this topic? Because this thing cannot justify this thing that you want to say now. This thing that this man is saying, how does it even make sense? That doesn't make sense. Now.
Okay, wait. Make we go back. I also, I have never supported anything. I ask a question. This is a thing we need to think about.
You support, if you ask not to support now, you support everything this man is saying. You support it, Daddy Chris.
No,
You do.
wait now, make I talk. I'll be 50-something years old. I know some of the things he said are biologically true. All right? One of the things the man I just mentioned is biologically true. A large percent is killing black people around the world.
So many things.
Because it was never. That the man is saying that if you not do the thing 21 times, that thing go happen to you as a man, whether you like it or not. And one woman 21 times a month is not feasible. Una could not say I'm not in the mood today. I'm not in the mood today. Anyway, we'll come to that another day. What you see today, the Bible. When I was researching the biblical interpretation of this, because you cannot go to the Muslim with this language. Muslim is not their culture to marry one wife. Islam allows you to marry 4. So leave Muslim out of this. So let's deal with us here, Christians. I look at the Bible. Do you know the early Bible? Abraham, how many wives he get? Jacob, how many wives he get? David, how many wives? Solomon, I be the chairman of them. If when David won't die, if you want to die small, you go bring one fine girl. He go wake up. You know what I read?
And if all this is because you're a man. If
Now,
you're a woman that is Chris,
see,
you are allowed to be second to anyone.
No.
The reason why-
There's something like second
Daddy
to-
Chris, I want to add something.
Okay.
I want to add something, Mary. What the man is saying, it might be, I don't know, I'm not a medical doctor. It might be medically correct, you understand, as a medical doctor. So they know all these things. Then in terms of marrying one wife and marrying multiple wives, you understand? Like he's saying the Muslims, their culture allow them to marry multiple wives, you understand? Yes, their culture allow them. Christians, like they told us, we grown up to meet our parents with one wife, you understand? So in that case, there's advantage, there's disadvantage of it. If you come to some of these northerners, you see a boy of 10 years or more than 10 years, like 20, having like 4 wives. Some of them, they don't even know their parents, their children. This thing has to deal with, are you financially balanced to take care of them? You know, so it's not a matter of marrying multiple wives. You understand? That's what is causing some of these banditry and them. Because some of the children, they are not trained. They are not well, they are not educated, you understand? Just born children, give birth to children, they will and abandon them, be walking up and down. Any state you enter and you feel like you can settle there, you settle. You understand? So it's not a matter of like Nigerian of today. Can you even marry one wife and 2 wives? When the
economy will let you.
economy is so dilapidated, it cannot even feed your children. So going to
I want to
yes,
ask you a question.
yeah.
Your speech was going somewhere, and that do you have money to take care of them? Can I ask you? So if you have money to take care of them on your own, do you support for a man to marry more than one wife? Can you just give me a straight answer to it? So let's talk about financial aspect that you were complaining about, because the point you raised now, your concern is about the financial part of it. If the man has the money to take care of them, so if the man has the money, if he's capable, choose up. So do you support a man marrying more than one wife?
Chibuzo, before you answer that question, I want to ask Mary. One question I want to ask Mary. I'm talking from the moral or the religious point of view. Muslims, they marry 4 wives. Then all of them won't go here. Now, question I ask. Now, hell, all of them, they go. So if you marry more than 1 wife, you're going to hell. Is that what Mary is telling us? You ask a very difficult question and I ask you one back.
I need to allow him to answer. That the Chris, you're looking for
No,
something
no.
to what
Anything I will make it.
Answer first. People should answer. Mary go answer
I
me.
ask the question first. I will answer that, but you should answer me.
All right, people should answer you, but you go come answer my own. Go.
Definitely, I will. Because if it's about heaven, even if you didn't marry at all, if you want to
I
go to hell, you go
don't
to hell.
support what that man said. What are the researches he has done to back down the fact that he's a doctor doesn't mean he's right 100%.
How is he right?
He doesn't mean he's right.
How many years you be?
So
How
many
many years
people
you
die
be?
every day of different
How many
diseases.
years, madam?
Whether
How many years you be?
it's not about my age. Nigeria, just like you said,
Listen,
Nigeria,
the guy is talking about people like us. We are I'm 60-something years old.
Plenty. Is it even the old
Mary,
women that
Mary,
why
Mary.
are you not the one that say old men cannot do anything on this show? So is it the old man that does not have sense to follow the women that are talking at them for 50 years? This and that.
So that you know why they're not making do anything these days. My father he pregnant woman before he died. At 85, my father was still impregnating women.
does it satisfy the woman? How will he feel if the woman go and get
I don't know. Now that question might be satisfied. Then another thing. We will come to that one another day. No, I won't satisfy. So that's why God won't satisfy and I will talk.
Please answer me so that we'll go from there. Daddy Chris brought this topic and
that means you're saying when you make it in life, you gather wives.
Today Nashimusa cannot talk. Since he used to come and talk and support Daddy Chris.
I want to talk now. I'm just waiting for you to land. I'm just waiting for you to finish what you're saying. You've not giving me the chance to talk.
Please stop.
Please, can you repeat your question? Let me answer it. Repeat it.
The financial part, right, of a man maybe not being able to take care of the children and resulting to the negative attitude that they display in the country. So apart from the financial part, if a man is capable, I don't know if people are saying, oh my god, I don't need to come back. I'm not sure that if is ready for this topic.
The thing pass be careful. People are saying disappear. Where matter too much. No, maybe I don't listen there. When I used to present Rubushu, he gets a matter. When I present him, when the thing they come out, I will pass back, come out. You understand? Because the place that they contain me. You understand? I know I'm going to have one of those today, but maybe let us come to camp. Let's not quarrel. Let's not try and make sense. If you are 50-something years old, you can understand what the doctor is saying. Do you know how many at 40-something, every man is prone to prostrate? It's something that they lies in the system. So men of my age can understand what he's saying. That there is prostrate and there's enlargement and there's prostate cancer is a fact. It's not something we're going to hide away from. So what he said is biologically correct.
Daddy Chris, people die more of diabetes, high BP, and you're talking about prostrate that happen.
Maybe you should be asking why people have prostrate. Why people have those ones? Why my father not get them? Why my father not die of diabetes? Because the man they perform.
Mary, I'm back.
That's the disaster that happened in polygamy. Polygamy was when the women will fight and everything.
Mary, let me answer your question.
Let me talk about this thing. Okay, let me just talk about this thing. You know why when Jesus came, certain things changed? Not because people were not doing things previously, but because of certain actions, sometimes for your own selfish need or selfish desires, you cause more damages than what you initially wanted. There are more disadvantages to certain things than the advantages. That was why in the modern world today, certain things has changed. Not like you cannot do them, but when you do them, you cause more harm to the society. You as a man, you are enjoying wives, right? But what about your children? Certain things are happening. What about the wives? Is there equality between the wives? Do you love them the same? Are the children in peace together the same?
Then even the one from the same mother, then they get peace.
So you're causing more problem. You die and people start fighting, killing themselves for properties.
I want to answer you. Mary, I want to answer you the question, Mary. Like what you asked me, apart from being financially stable, you understand? For a man to marry multiple wives is not bad. I'll give you my reasons. Yes, we see it. They say it's a Muslim. They say it's a Muslim culture, right? In fact, I grew up in my village. I met a man who married. That man mentioned 21 wives. The man married more than 21 wives, and the man stayed up to 100 and something years. Do you know that that family, they never had issues. They don't fight. Peaceful. But you will see a man with one wife every day in a fight. You
But I
understand?
don't agree
So
to say
this
that the reason
hold
why
on,
they didn't fight.
let me
Okay,
finish.
now it's
This
talking.
thing is
Like, I don't
it
understand.
has to
If
hold
Muslim
on.
people
It
are
has to
marrying
do
wives,
with
Wait, we're not gonna let her finish again. Shebi na so make it talk. Let her finish now.
it
Go
has
on,
to do
Chibuzo.
with the person. You understand? Okay, let's go to the Bible. In Old Testament, how many wives Solomon had? You understand? You know, when it comes to Christianity, there's a way we do things like we try to colorize some things. You understand? Let's tell ourselves the truth. The highest sin in the Bible is not just fornication, adultery. It's not the highest sin.
It's
Which
not even
sin
a
is
sin.
more than a brother? Which sin is more than a brother killing a brother? You understand? So, what am I saying? What I'm saying is that if my own belief, everybody has their own belief. If I believe in marry one wife, I will marry one wife and stick to that one wife. Fine. But if you know that maybe you feel that you are not okay with one wife, you want to marry um, multiple wives, go ahead and marry. Ah, yes, you call the first wife. See, oh, I'm taking you, but I want to marry another person. Look at Ned Nwoko. Ned Nwoko now, they will say he's a Muslim. He's a Muslim believer. But look at the family. Are they not happy? Regina, she's a Christian, unless she's converted now. She's a Christian. So this issues is not even the matter of being a Muslim. It's a matter of, I mean, who you are matters a lot. Who you are matters
No,
a lot. That's the main issue.
that's a good thing,
You
Chibuzo. You know
understand?
what I
And
wanted to, yes. Yeah. Chibuzo, what I wanted to even look at is the what the doctor said is I know it's wrong from because of the way we've been brought up. The reason we are talking like this is how we were brought up. In those days, when I grew up with my grandparents, my grandfather, I grew up with my grandfather, he had 8 wives. My own father had 14 wives. We were 29 children, 29 of us. When he died, it was a ceremony. Now, yet he was still a great man. Yet me, that could not even manage one wife. Do you know my father, like Mary was saying, health-wise, what this guy said is true. I never see my father talk about prostrate. Because the man, they do the thing every day, they change the women. And if you have 1 or 2, there's no way your thing could die. That's what I'm even saying. Medically, it is good for you, even the wife at home. Okay, wait, Mary, make we say the truth. How many men know they go outside, they go jump? Say they get one wife, say they not get side chick. Mona, tell me for that country. Which man not get side chick? The population will be 1%. And because you don't get money. Any man will go not
that
get
is
side
Chris.
chick.
That is Chris. There's one video. Maybe I will look for it and send to you. I'll send to Mary. Mary can forward it to you. Do you know that there's a lady in Anambra State? She married about 5 or 6 men
Guys,
as her
and
husband.
also the video, very interesting. In Nigeria,
In Nigeria,
yes,
recently, they interviewed her. She said they are all happy. You understand?
the guys are
She
happy. The guys are happy. And
alone married about. You understand? The guys
yes,
are happy. So, these things is okay. Let's even in the Western world, how many look at the rate of divorce?
mm,
People that told us that divorce is bad, right?
uh,
But look at the rate of divorce every day. Maybe now because we exchange words, something that an African man will
go
overlook,
that put
we can quarrel.
uh,
You understand?
the
They will
boy not
just
go.
divorce. Before they don't marry another person. That one go and marry another
They
person.
say I'm mentally depressed. Not be sitting and their depression and then they cause marriage
What
divorce.
I'm seeing is the whole debate, monogamy, polygamy, coming from people, right? From their selfish interests. Chubuzo, what you said, the only thing I can see from it is selfishness. People are saying all these things because you people are male. You are a man.
Women are doing it too.
As a woman, you don't want to be second. You don't want to be second to none. So I ask, personally, if you are a woman, Chubuzo, would you want to be second to none?
Mary, can I ask you a question again? The question I answer, you never answer. How many marriages, Mary, if not the hypocrisy, how many marriages in Nigeria? How many men don't get side chick?
The problem is, we now
No,
feel
I
like
ask a question, Mary. Is it okay to have a side chick? Maybe not to
That is Chris. That is Chris.
Men don't have.
That is Chris. See, you know these things. You know these things. It's not just. It's vice versa. Let me tell you. In fact, I've worked in hotels, not one, not two. So, as a waiter that goes to room to serve,
yes.
I know I've seen so many things. Even the ones that resulted to issues and all that, always settled and all that. Even the women you married and keep for house, they have side chicks as young men. When their husband is not around, they will come to the hotel, invite them. You understand? Yes. So even there are so many experiences. Even as a waiter, some of them we try to, if you don't want, you understand. So there are so many things happening. This thing is not just a matter of men. You understand?
I think
Mary, if I'm a lady, I have a choice. You understand? I have a choice. If, like, you will see some of these people on social media, they will tell you it's my life. You understand? I have a life to live. If I decide, okay, I want to be second wife, like Regina, wait now, like Regina, like
the man that choose to say he wants to use hypertension to finish the woman because he can carry 10 wives and because it's normal.
Hypertension, where hypertension?
What kind of hypertension? See, when they see Mary, the only thing. You know what the husband is doing. Daddy Chris, listen, Mary, listen. There's this popular Nigerian guy. This one, everybody knows him. He's a Christian. Do you know? Have you heard about B-Lord in Anambra State? B-Lord, the guy that owns B Point, JetPay, and other apps. Have you heard about him?
Yes.
Do you know that he just married second wife of recent? He got married to a second. You see, yes, B-Lord.
Is he a Christian?
You understand? He's a Christian. He's a Christian. And go and Google about B-Lord. Go and Google about B-Lord. He married second wife, and they are very happy. You know why? You know why? Why? The reason is that the money is there. You understand? The first wife is happy. You understand? The first wife is happy.
So
okay, look at you, Ledoche. He's a Christian.
The part I want to clear is, let us look at our society. Maybe no, let's forget about me and you or anybody. But let's look at Nigeria as it is, or even the world. With me that 80% of married men have side chick. Do you agree with that?
No, 80% of married men don't have side chick.
They don't have side chick. You
they
can
don't
say,
have.
You
Yes.
can say 50.
Women can live in denial.
You can say 50.
If your boyfriend tell you say,
Daddy Chris, I just want to give Mary advice and patience this morning. My advice. See, my advice for you people. Now I will say it. My advice for you people is any day you get married to any man, focus on your home building. Don't ever put eye whether the man is going outside. For you to let me tell you, for you to be happy in your marriage, I'm just telling you, you don't.
I live to be shining eyes outside. Focus on which one? Let me understand which one. Like the man is capturing the home. He said the man should focus.
You've heard of you, Ledoche, right?
Yes.
Now, if you are in this position, will you be happy No, you see that the polygamy he started
Selfishness.
cost him his first son's life.
Imagine.
Right?
Who?
You can imagine.
How?
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 What do you mean how? What do you mean how? You don't know the
I
word.
know that
Was going on.
I
His child was before
know
you
that
his
his
child.
son died, but was it because of, or is it because of the polygamy that killed this?
You know that baby, she was like saying, focus on your home.
People
Focus
know
on
that
your
before.
The hope that the man is respecting you, or the hope that the man is causing you pain. I want to know what you're focusing on. Is it on the pain that you're focusing on, or you're focusing on the man to be cheating?
Mary,
So,
one thing
Daddy Chris, Mary.
when I say this,
Okay.
I'll be quiet. Let me say this. No,
Sir.
guys, listen. People just said something that if you get married, focus on your home, building your home. You got angry, you got upset. Let me tell you this. Mary, no, wait, can I finish now? Let me just say this. You are angry. Mary, a woman of 45 years old, you don't born 3 for the husband. He said a husband is shit, he leave am. The question at 45 years old, you dey look for another husband when he won't love you with all your children. Where you dey go? You will end up with another man's wife, another man's husband.
How many women at 45 with children look for another? They don't look. People come to them, then they can marry. They don't look for. Most
And who are you going to look for? Daddy Chris, when he be 50-something years old, when don't expire?
In a nutshell,
Maybe, at that age, wait now, the question at that age, who are you going to see? Maybe at that age,
what understand? The woman's happiness be tied to a man. Let me understand.
Okay, so you don't want to be married.
It's
If
not,
your
it's
husband is disappointed, don't be married again. Is that what you're saying? You are fighting him for what he said.
That is not the issue, that Chris. You are trying to turn the whole matter. I mean, I will not allow it. Should a woman's happiness be tied to a man? Why I ask this question is, why get married and die on time? Right? So people get married.
Why are you going to die on time? Because your husband take another woman?
You get, because it's not good
for you.
Regina don't die. And live long.
Regina don't die. Regina don't die.
Regina tell you that
Regina don't die.
Is it not money?
See, do you know what I understand?
So do you know what Chibuzo said? That if you have money and you can take off, then it's okay. You said no.
Daddy Chris, you know the funny part of it. The funny part of the funny part of it now, the funny part of it is that even the women of these days.
Polygamy. If polygamy that you said, that no, not allow you to finish. If the polygamy you said is not make men to live long, so the poor men that don't have money to marry more than 2 wives or 1 or 3 wives, they should die. No, poor men that marry 1 wife.
No, listen now. I will answer you. See, they shouldn't die. See, it's a matter of choice. Everybody can never be the same. Like I said, personally, me, I will not marry more than 1 wife. That's what I said. You understand, Mary? Like you, it might not be second wife to another man. That is your choice. That is a personal life. You understand? Decision. You have to make your own decision. You understand? But what I'm saying is that polygamy is not really bad as we think. To be sincere, in fact, the ladies of nowadays, most ladies of these days, let me tell you something. They are not even after, as long as the money is there. I'm just telling you the truth. Oh. Love self before you see love in the heart. Oh. I tell you. So for you to even see.
I watched this movie called Indecent Proposal. I can't stop that movie. When a man with his wife, hungry, beat them to the extent say they offered them $1 million, he give the wife half that night. And when we say, hey, money not be anything. If your husband, they offer your husband $1 million out of this hunger when Nigeria dey, make you just take your wife for one night. The wife not go. Even if you not let her, the wife not go wrong go.
So, Daddy Chris, do you know what I can only say in this thing?
Good, my daughter.
If you as a man, you know you are polygamous in nature. I'm sure before you even marry anybody, you already know that. Because you must have been
all men. Maybe
all men.
But instead for you to, I understand what. See, Daddy Chris,
understand. I
am
understand.
polygamous in nature.
This is
And
the
if
on
you
the
have
way.
money,
I understand. I understand. I understand you guys pain. You understand? You understand? I understand you guys pain, but
But
some.
if
Did
you
you know that?
know that you don't have the money to
See,
maybe
I
if
understand. See,
having issues, if I have 2
don't
cars
think.
and she was
See,
quiet,
no,
then
don't think I don't know. The reason why
fine.
people have been. See, don't. I understand your pain, but let me still say this. Do you
Which
know that
pain? Not pain, though. It's
some?
reality you are saying. Which pain? Pain for what?
No. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry for the pain, but I understand your point of view. You understand? I understand your point of view. But is it not better that a man married?
You are me, I am you.
I
You
understand.
know, it's not like
They're
a
even talking, they're talking about Regina. He's Regina first wife. You should not go and meet another
for
wife.
example, now if I'm
Okay,
marrying a
okay. Listen now.
it's not like one man, one wife.
Patience,
So I know
Miss
you
Patience.
Yes, they will not take the woman. They will not come and take the woman underwear.
Patience, patience, please. Is it not better? But let me ask you a question. Mary, calm down.
Selfishness from men. Don't people just agree? Selfishness from men.
Patience, patience,
And she's telling me
patience. I want
Oh my
I want to
God.
ask you a question, patience. Is it not better for a man to marry, to be polygamy, bring the wives home, than to be outside?
Which home? Which home are you bringing the wife?
Now that's why
Which home?
that we used to answer
Okay,
you now.
but but it's advisable for the person for the man to be outside. Then after he'll come back and meet you.
It's even a crime that you are outside. That's why in other countries,
That's what I said. That's why.
But if you make an agreement, marriage is not a
See,
slave
patience.
position.
Patience.
It's an agreement. You come into you take
Patience.
when you don't agree
Today,
when you don't tell the
patience.
when you're going into an agreement with somebody, you tell the person your terms and conditions. That is what marriage
From the
is.
onset.
But if you don't do
See,
that, anything that
I want to add one point.
what you guys
You
have
take
agreed,
anything you see, oh.
But
it means that you can be sued.
see, that's why I want to add one point. I want to say something. Mary, see, I have seen a men who marry multiple wives and they are very happy. I've seen some men who are with one wife, they are not happy. So
They are
see,
very happy. Their wives are cheating. That's why they're very happy. The woman is not complaining.
listen now. That's what. See, as long as human being is concerned, nobody on earth is perfect. Let me tell you something. Sometimes, to be sincere, let me say this morning. Sometimes, I feel for pastors. These men are going through hell. They are passing a lot. Do you know the kind of temptation the ladies are giving those men? To be sincere, let's be sincere. That's why I make a point, and that's why I said you shouldn't put your mind in your husband having an affair if you marry today.
Wow.
In fact, you can never have peace. Let me just tell you. Let me just tell you, you can never have peace. That peace will not be there. Don't suspect him. Let me just tell you. See, yes, no problem. Let him do it. Let his conscience judge him. Then let his conscience judge him. But for you as a lady, as a woman, to start and to begin to, monitor your husband, monitor his activities. There's one man I met. He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire in Anambra State, but he lives here in Port Harcourt. Do you know that he told me a story? He said, my guy says, sir. He said, my wife, that woman, she's surprising me. Do you know that each time I want to travel, that this man, the wife, will go and purchase some condoms and put inside his bag and package it. If he's about to leave, she will say, my husband, you will not tell me that you stay one place until until how many days you will stay, or wherever he's going to. Then she will allow him to go where he's going. But only that act alone, you understand, we make him and say there's nothing that woman will ask on this earth that he will not give her. You understand? Because you will understand that something might happen. He, as a man, he might carry for mind that I'm not going to do this. So because of temptation, there's temptation. No, see, Mary, ladies have power, very strong power. It's only the grace of God sometimes.
No,
even men, you understand? So, but ladies possesses some kind of power in terms of that particular area. Ladies are more powerful than men.
They do.
You understand?
They don't talk.
So what I'm saying is that temptation can occur. Temptation can occur.
To the house. By the time girls start coming out that they're pregnant, issues everywhere. You see, she'll cover her face with shame. She might not even be able to live. She might not even be able to stay in that marriage anymore when the shame is too much. But the fact that
Patience ready to ready for the first time. Patience, they tell me to make it wait.
I am being logical. I am trying to put myself or see it in the reality way. Make you understand that she keeps doing that because he still brings respect to her. By the time that those girls start coming out with pregnancies, she will cover her face in shame. She will not be able to keep doing. She might not even stay in that marriage. She might just wake up in the morning and say she can't take this anymore. And you see, she will leave. Tell me, what happens? You start having children outside, issues from here, and that man will even die early. You will not start regretting why he
when my father not die early. Let's come to this. We're going to discuss this. You know, maybe the discussion should not be even this marriage thing. Chibu just said something. And maybe we can forget the topic of what we're going to do today and actually take a look at that. Why do we think that biblically that the worst sin on earth is to have sex? Because at the end of the day now, the biggest sin a man, anybody wake up in the morning, people, they kill people every day. They are robbing people. Things are happening. But the only sin that seems to be really particular to us is that of sex. Why is it so poisonous? What is wrong? Wait, Patience. What I'm going to ask is this: can't you eat innocently with another man?
As a man, as a woman, like a married man,
just eat. Now go out, eat normally, come back home.
Who created sex?
No, I don't know. We talked yesterday. We said that only Adam. So that we first tell us how it is that. And I first meet the devil.
In as much as we are saying it, just like what you asked, because you're saying it as per why is it a problem that people are enjoying? But who created this thing and what is the purpose for it? Anything that goes outside a purpose that was made for something is malfunctioning.
Okay, wait. Who told you the purpose? Wait, because this is where we come from for it now. Some people don't have sex for purpose of procreation. Some people have sex for fun. So this whole thing now, we are talking about. Let's go on the break. The studio is too hot. Let's go. When we come back from the break, it gives us everybody time to maneuver. And let us cool down. Let us go on a quick break. When we come back, then we're going to look at that bit of it. Why is it that the greatest sin that we even want to talk about is that of sex? Is this really a crime? Why did God create it? If God don't want us to do it, would He have given it to us? Why are we so particular about it?
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. Srtv Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to Srtv Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious Srtv Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 4388 190 or email us at realestate@superiorradioandtelevision.com. Srtv Chocolate Department, where comfort meets luxury.
Welcome back, people. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Dr. from Srtv London. There's Patience and Mary from Srtv Abuja and our regular guest, Chibuzo. And we'll be talking about a very, very sensitive, very divisive one. It can be compared to the American election right now, where the Democrats and the Conservatives have their own strong point of view. They disagree, but at the end they agree. So hopefully at the end of the day, we might disagree and find agree. You say you disagree to agree. You understand? There's always agreement in disagreement. By the time I agree with your point of view, that means I have disagreed to agree. I may not accept it, but this is the truth about it, or this is how you feel. So I accept you for what it is, and that becomes the truth. I raise this issue because it is of very, very serious concern. I didn't approach this issue from only a religious point of view. I don't approach it from cultural point of view. I approach it from health point of view, which is why the question today is, do you guys agree that regular sex, I don't know why, whatever it is meant for, that regular sex is a healthy exercise? And if that is the case, why do we demonize sex?
Now the question is, are you done like this?
We are like, oh.
And I'll ask you, like, are you done with like the question? Or
yes, that's the thing, yes.
I can answer.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Now the sex you're talking about, are you talking about, because you said, why do we call sex or see sex as one of the greatest things? I want to ask the final answer. Is it the one that involves fornication, like the one that people do out of boyfriend and girlfriend without marriage? You're talking about the married people. Because if you want to be moral about the whole thing, it's meant for marriage.
Moral. I didn't ask a moral question. I asked a medical question. And if you want to approach it from the moral point of view, at what point have moral things been a thing? There's 90% today that 99% of people do have sex before marriage. Fact. What do you want to do?
But can you justify the fact that it's not a sin? Are we going to change what God said?
Is that anything that is not practicable is not ordained by God? Anything that if they tell you, no, but there's nowhere in the Bible that says if you now marry your wife who already has sex with another person, she's already demon. That marriage will not be accepted to God. Is that what you're saying? So can we leave that part of it? Because we have come to live a modern life where we know people have sex before marriage. Can we just not cancel? Can we not demonize fornication? Because fornication is a process, a preparation for marriage.
Daddy Chris, can I ask you something?
Yes, ma'am.
If everybody keeps stealing, does it justify the fact that because it's now a trend, it's now the right thing?
No.
What you try to correct?
The society.
I want to also ask you a question, Patience. I want to ask you a question. I want to also ask you a question to help that decrease, because you two of you cannot just be fighting him. You understand? I want to ask you a question. My question is now, based on what you're saying, some people don't have sex before marriage. Fine. Based on the belief. That's fine. There's a man. Okay, let me ask you, let me leave the man. Patience, you want to marry, then you meet this guy. You guys have been going out. At the end of the day, you end up in marriage. Then at the end of the day, you discover that man is not, his manhood is not alive. He's not performing. He's not going. He's not. You understand? What will you do? Will you leave the marriage, or will you stay in the marriage?
Why will I leave the marriage? What is marriage in the first place? That's what I'm
saying.
See, I want us to look at things.
Wait, what your parents will call you come house. Your parents will call you.
No, wait. I want us to look at things for what it was made for.
Yeah,
because when you start to put, have you guys heard of manufacturer's manual before? Have you heard of manufacturer's manual before in productivity?
No, man.
You've not heard of it. Okay,
No.
now I'll tell you. When it comes to productivity, there's something called manufacturer's manual.
Enlighten me, yes.
Which means whatsoever is produced by somebody, that person has a rule book that shows you how to use these things. You can only come and say this thing can be used this other way if you have done your research and you see that it aligns with what the manufacturer produces. Do you get?
Let me tell you, when you go and buy something, when I go and buy a product, manufacturer manual, I buy it for my own use. I don't have to follow what the manual say. If I buy a product that is made for this, I can use Panadol to cure the HIV. If it so cure me,
why can't you use Panadol to have AIDS? Panadol is used to cure, to relieve. So whatsoever that makes it.
I think what we're saying is this. What I asked, the question.
This question, Patience. Patience. You've not answered my question because this one let us not use let us not use technicality according to law people.
Yes.
You understand? Okay, for the man to even keep quiet.
You say you go stay the marriage.
And lie to you to enter the marriage. Is the man sincere to you?
Hello? Can you hear me?
No, it's asking that if a man you dated for some time, you didn't do that thing, you finally got married, and you find out that the man does not have that thing in bed. The thing not they get up.
Is it?
Will you stay? You said you will stay. Then the question is, has the man been sincere with you?
See, when it comes to issues like that,
sincere to you, can you stay in that marriage?
When it comes to issues like that, you can take that issue to, for example, let's say elders, right? Or people in higher places for them to judge. In as much as
at first place, you know you fully well that he knows that he's not okay. And he kept it as a secret. At the end of the day, you now found out. Will you be happy? Will you stay?
Did the person tell you?
That's what I'm saying. If he does not tell me,
if you did not tell me and I find out, I don't need to go to any case with any judge. Go your way, let me go my way. It's as simple as I go to which case with you. What are we judging?
Okay, maybe
why didn't you tell me?
But me.
What if I told you? You understand? It's a difference in the time. If somebody did not tell you something, say you will take the case to court to judge.
Meaning that divorcing the person is not a problem. It's not a sin.
You have to justify the
so
reason
why did they try to convince you why you need to stay? Because it's not something we need to stay.
It's my choice.
Anyway, so in other words, the coming together, maybe what we've come to, because that was where I was coming to. If you justify that it's only when people get married that they can do certain things, but there's a condition for divorce. The Bible says that every religion, every culture accepts that at a point in time, if the thing is not convenient, people should separate. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
That's okay. Yes, so, but I don't know. I've not really heard in the Bible. I mean, maybe I've not read that part where they said separate and not come back. I think what I read was separate and come back. I've not heard separate and leave, because what I read is that if you separate and leave, you should not remarry, both the man and the woman. But if you separate, you come back.
Where did you read that one? Where did the Bible? Did Jesus Christ say that?
I don't know if
Jesus Christ said that one.
I don't even know if it's, but this is the Bible. Sure, we're using Bible as the rule.
No. Yes. The question I ask is, did Jesus say so? Jesus would never say such a thing. Jesus Christ was very deep when it comes to these two wives.
I never read in the Bible where Jesus said divorce and not come back. I never heard.
Jesus Christ never even talk about those things.
You know, Daddy Chris. Daddy Chris.
Yeah.
At the initial time, I asked Mary a critical question that she couldn't answer me. I asked her, why is it that I'm coming? Why is it that among the 10 commandments in the Bible, that this particular issue we're discussing is the one we considered the highest sin? That was my question before.
Exactly.
Now, I want to also add that if there's no sin, God knows that there must be sin. If there's no sin, there will be no forgiveness. And the Christians are Christians, we believe in forgiveness. You understand? So what am I saying? Mary and Patience, like I said before, you understand? My prayer is not to marry and be going outside or being polygamy in marriage. You understand? I'm not wishing you that too. You
People that you will
understand?
go.
What I'm telling you this morning.
This is reality. You
People
can
that is
you
open.
can pretend about it, but it's happening. The
People
truth
that
is
is
your
not their view.
boyfriends, your
But
husbands,
I'm
and
just
all
I'm
the
just
side
being
chick.
sincere.
Have you
I'm
get all the
just being
side chick when in Nigeria? Now that the Chris get the side chick when I get there.
but
All the side chicks, now me get them.
People
I
that
said
let
what
me
I'm
answer
saying.
your question.
So
Do you know the
who
reason
about the
why they
side chicks?
consider that one sin? Do you know the reason they consider that particular one sin? The one you're talking about? Because it is a sin that has to do with your body. And according to the Bible, our body is the temple of God, right? So anyone
Temple
you
of
come
God.
into the body, it means you
Temple
have
of God.
defied the
Temple of
body.
God. Now to
I'm
keep
just telling you why
wait.
I'm trying to tell you why it's a sin. Not like people don't do it, but
but,
biblically,
but
because fornication has to do with your body, and like you are not marriage. You get my point? It has to do with your body. So when you fornicate and like we are Christ, like our body is the temple of God. So if somebody does that to you and your body is defied, right? So you have defied the temple of God. That is why it's a great sin, right? Against God.
But
Same with adulterers and why they cannot inherit the kingdom of God. He said in
aside
the Bible,
Christians, Muslims don't have sex before marriage. So what are we talking about
that's why they
here?
marry on time. They marry on
That
time.
is in the Bible. The Bible says if a man wants to be sexually active,
Get
you
married.
marry.
Get married.
But if you know you
no,
that is what the
no.
Bible says,
Let,
right? You don't even know
I
what
want
the
I want
Muslim
to I want to I want to
but they
correct
don't
one
even
impression. I want to correct something. Daddy Chris, Patience, please, don't misunderstand this. So, for instance, now I approached you and I made my intention known to you that I want to marry you, and we
Yes.
didn't have sex. Does it mean that maybe the person didn't do it outside or have not done it? That one is not a sin, or that one is not among
I didn't do it with
that
you.
he didn't do it with you. Does not mean that he didn't do it. You
It's a
understand?
sin. And it's a
See,
sin that nobody, you understand? We say, okay,
so
oh,
what
it's
what are we saying? See, what are we
Daddy,
saying? Sometimes,
I said
sometimes,
now,
so,
you guys
so,
say now that
see, so,
any girl or any guy will not go out with
see,
you.
see,
we cannot dispute the fact that it's a sin because we are talking on it in the live show, right? We cannot dispute the fact that it's a sin. Like a sin is a sin. That one is a sin. You cannot change it. You cannot change what God has written.
you
It's
cannot
not in the
change
Bible.
because
The
everybody's
question
doing
is,
it by God.
the
but
question, Daddy, the
listen,
question I say
listen,
is who
I've
taught
never,
you that? Who
I never
taught you?
see. Understand my view. See, understand my point.
The question I ask is who taught you?
Please,
Who taught you that?
understand my point too. I never I never say that is not a sin. No, that is not my argument. Oh,
Go to the book
The
of
that
Bible
was not
was
my
Corinthians.
argument. I never said it's not a sin. No, I never said so. It's a sin. But
It's in the Bible. So why would somebody teach us?
we all came to this world and met the
no,
Bible.
I
So
never,
what
I never,
saying?
I never, I never
That man, he wants to support like
say it's
Chris.
not
That is like trying
a
to
sin.
say
No,
that to
this question started with
I'm
no. You know,
answering
say this whole thing started with no. I never say it's not a sin. I never, I never based on my argument. I never say it's not a sin. It's a sin. We started with polygamy. That's where the whole thing started. Before we get to this point, I never said is not a sin. No, it's a sin. Quite all right. It's in the Bible. It's a sin.
Okay, but
You understand? But we were asking of, can a man marry two wives and a man marry one wife? That was what we were arguing for. Yeah. So which I made my point that fine for a man to marry okay. Do you know that it's not everybody for instance, in the East, because we see ourselves as Christians. Do you know that so many of them are not Christians? Even some of them are not Christians. They are not Muslims. They are traditionalists. Even in the family, if a man now can have about four children, and they are from Christian family. So just like that. I hope you understand.
No, I don't.
There's a point a child will grow. There's a point where a child will reach. The
Network is bad.
father will not make decision for him or her again. Hope you know that.
Yeah.
Yes, we know that. Where are you driving to? Which
I hope
are
you
you
can hear
going
me.
to Suleja?
Where we are, I think we're going to agree and disagree, which is the beauty of this.
What I'm just saying is that if a man to marry multiple wives is not that bad.
No. In fact, what I'm even saying is to people is that the way we demonize sex, the way we demonize this thing called sex, that is a sin. Maybe has proven it that it's a sin against our body, and our body is the temple of God. And
this
God has from this Bible. Wait now, Mary.
First Corinthians for you. Let's read for 6. Wait, I love practical because of that I request you to read Bible on this show. Let me open and let us read that one.
Mary.
Read it for us. First Corinthians. No, I'll share it with the audience as well. Which one? Give me the verse and the precinct, so I'll put it for the audience to read it.
First Corinthians 6 verses 9 and 6 verses 18. So anyone they can go there and check.
All right, now go on. So read it out for us.
Okay.
What did he say?
That's very short. Let me just see. Okay, yes. The first episode to the Corinthians states, flee from sexual immorality and list adulterers, right? And those who are sexually immoral, practicing fornication in a list of wrongdoers who will not inherit the kingdom of God. Okay. So you guys are saying, Mary.
I love that. That is a letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians. You don't understand that when they say First Corinthians.
So you are waiting for Jesus to come and use his mouth and say it before
you wait now, and they come.
What did God say before? What did God say before? It's like God preaching the word of God. Whether Adam, whether Eve, whether anyone, is it not in the Bible? Is it not the servant of God? What are we trying to justify?
I'm trying to ask a question, Mary. I'm asking a question.
Condemned it to Mary. We never said it's not bad. We never. Okay, Daddy Chris. I want to ask you, sir. I want to ask you. Let me leave Mary and their patience. If a man marry a wife, if a man got married to a wife, fortunately, I'm not asking you, Mary. I'm asking Daddy Chris as an elder. Let him answer me. Then, fortunately for them, the woman didn't give birth, and there's no other option. They have two options left: either they adopt or to marry a second wife. Will you advise the man to marry? Mary, this is for you. Will you advise the man to marry another second wife, or you go and adopt another man's child that you don't know whether he's a criminal that owns the child, that pregnant the woman that gave birth to the child, or you don't even know the child at all, the outcome of the child.
So Mary, my question. I want to answer one. I will throw one to you. My first the part was this, Mary, or you, those of you that have read First Corinthians. The question is like asking: is adoption in the Bible? Because when they see everything for Bible, when I look for it for me today. Then number two, if it is allowed to adopt a child in the Bible, I'm just saying, well, number two.
But we don't practice it on our own, right, in the country. But
okay, it's not biblical. All right, fine. So meaning, Chibuzo, she has agreed that there should be nothing like adoption. So the only thing left for these people, unless they choose to stay alone or they find a way. Like what happened? We have seen it happen before. Can I finish, Mary? It has happened. Adam, Abraham, this thing we are talking about happened to Abraham. Sarah couldn't give birth to a child. And Sarah, even on her own, was the one that suggested, take this my own. Sleep with her and have a baby. They did. And for those of you who are so biblical and judging what God have made, whoever said that child was cursed is so stupid. If you read the Quran, it's called Ribazar. Go and read it. A child with a mother, they were carrying the child, they were going somewhere. They were tasting the land. They were tasting. The mother dropped the child. Run to go and look for water here. Run to here. Run to here, no water. Before you come, that pikin, they take and they scratch ground. Water came out. That river never dries till tomorrow. It's called Ribazar. You say that child is a cursed child.
Okay, now let me read. Let me read this one.
Many, I'm talking. I'm talking Quran.
He said, whoever receives one little child like this in my name receives me. Thank you, Jesus. I love this. This. Matthew. Matthew 18.
I can answer that question, sir. I know we are.
Oh my God, Father, forgive me for I say it's not there in the Bible. Now I can see. Can I read?
You know, when we watch Jesus to him, children around to him. That was where he made that statement. You understand? That was where Jesus made that statement. It's not paining me. It's not paining me. I'm just telling you that I know.
He's there. He's there. You hear what I read, ba? You hear what I read? Is there. You see it? That Jesus has is to save and rescue us from our sins, adopting us that we are not abandoned as orphans. So Jesus Christ did not abandon us. You not abandon other people.
I didn't hear.
Yes. Let's continue. That Jesus on his back.
What can I say? What can I tell you, baby? Because this one, you believe proper market woman. Who follow baby go fight? Now you know. What I see here, Jupiter is still with us. Listen, people, we're having a very intelligent discussion. Okay. It's emotional, it's biblical, it's religious, so it is careful. Something you approach.
For him to stone to Daddy Chris.
Who in the Bible was adopted? Let me give you.
There's one thing. Did you know that same Jesus forgive the woman?
Moses. Pharaoh's daughter Moses. I want to tell people that they adopted.
Yes.
Oh my God. I love this show. I love this show. I don't have to shout. This show is too sweet this morning.
Mary, I asked you a question, but you never answer me. You never answer me. I asked you a question. I said, ask you personally.
There's something very big. Mary, how did that child? Wait.
You are saying you're a Christian. You're saying Christian. You're not even reading.
I'm reading this for you.
People in other religions, they know their Bible, even as small as they know their Quran, even as small as they are. They know it very well. They can stand up.
That is go marry these two. You don't go. You don't like it's there for our parents. Anyone who marry these two is gone.
They don't know their Bible.
Let me tell you.
You see evidence.
But
the guy said it is wrong. I will ask you whether.
See, let me tell you, what you read, I've heard it. Let me tell you what you read. I've read it. I never argue the word of God. We are just saying it in with our own human. You know what we are arguing before. No, let me tell you. Like I made mention in the Old Testament. Even till today, we are using the Old Testament in the church. We are reading it. Are we not practicing the Old Testament too? We are practicing it. The Bible is not condemned. The old is not condemned. The new is not condemned. So we are using it too, right? How many wives Solomon married?
Leave Solomon matter. Pharaoh decree that all Jewish babies must be drowned in the Nile River.
But it's the same Bible. In the same Bible.
So Moses was adopted. I don't know what I say. Can you just leave Solomon and leave Solomon one side? Because if you want to bring Solomon matter now, we'll now go back, right, to that place. Ecclesiastic. We'll go and read the Ecclesiastic and you will see that sometimes some kind of things they are not straightforward. So what I tell him, the one I tell you, enjoy your youth while you are young, do everything I need to do, enjoy yourself. But
okay, the word of God is not straightforward. I don't understand. What are you saying? The word of God is not straightforward. Mary, I don't understand.
If you like turn the matter, I'm ready to answer you. It's not everything you take. It's enjoy yourself. You do everything with your body while you are young. You let's go back and give an account. Most things that were done in the Old Testament is for you to learn a lesson.
For sure.
Solomon married 300 wives. If you even read that Solomon's story, it didn't end well with him.
What are you saying?
It didn't end well with what he did. So with everything you do,
can anyone be more successful than Solomon?
He was successful.
That decrease. It's like we move. That decrease.
I will show mercy.
That decrease. So these ladies, they prepare today, sir. Let's go to politics. Let's go to politics, I beg. Let's leave this. Let's go to politics, please. Let's go to politics. Mary, Mary, you win.
Maybe it's 1 hour.
Mary, you win. Let's go to politics.
It's 1 hour.
Nigeria is hot.
Thank you very much. She was what a time to escape. It's 1 hour 30 minutes of this show, and it's a very long time. And for us to be looking at this,
Let's check politics, I beg.
yes, we're gonna take a look at some things.
She would have left you.
No, Chibuza didn't leave. Chibuza, you know that when you go to market, you know this guy said, and there's a video that is circulating at the moment. He said, if you are with a woman and you argue with them, they have the capability to do 10 things at the same time. We men, we don't have that capability. We do one. Why I'm talking about this, maybe he's talking about 10. But I'm talking about this, they talk about 10 at the same time. That's how they are mental, they are wired that way. And it is true. And I agree with the guy. Women, that's why woman go there with woman. The guy give you, say you there woman for bed. They ask you, is that door locked? My mind there, you talk about door. You know, that's how women work their mind. They
are wired.
Exactly. So we cannot argue certain things with you guys. But what I try to do is try to sometimes, when I hear that kind of argument, like somebody when you are with a woman at home, as they shout, if you get set, you go wait. You go look for where you go pinch her with the right blow. You understand? I love what is going on online now. If your wife doesn't make you the fight, just drag her, kiss her. If you argue more, put her down, make love to her.
You never bite your lips before with a decrease.
So that's some of the things we are beginning to learn, and hopefully we'll go. But the truth is, we come to a very sensitive discussion. The discussion is not a moral one. The question I ask is not only moral, but on health ground. I only ask a question. The doctor made a presentation that when you are of a particular age, one woman, though many consider it selfish, I'm not talking of the moral part of it now. I'm not talking of the emotional side of it. Medically, that's what I'm saying. Medically, when a man stick to one woman, you guys kind of do a lot for that sexual activity to be so hot at home. At a point in time, maybe the first time a man wants to see a woman nakedness, that is always the most exciting time. The second time he gets the same, then after some time, there's that diminishing return that slowly comes into the marriage. So the marriage is not hooked on to the sex alone. It goes beyond that. But it can be sustained. In fact, if you want to make your husband they bang you well, leave and make it go. But that thing go wake him up. Come say, this is my sweetie there, bam. If he there alone, the thing go die. That's what the doctor is saying.
Leave and make it go where?
All right. Whether we agree or not, that is what the doctor is dropping. And he went further to say something that I know of. He talked about prostrate. It is a fact that men are dying of prostrate today, mainly a lot. And it is not even out of order when you are up to 40 years, my age, your enlargement, your team begin to enlarge, especially if you don't have sex enough. This was not the case with our forefathers. Because those people that they bang, they get plenty women. When I say we stick to one, when others say, oh, come today, you go say, I'm not in the mood. Now they say, you say, make you stick to only you. I'm not in the mood. Today I'm not this. They pray. Hey, you want me to die? That's the question. So if you're ready, all I'm saying to women is, if you say the man must stick to you, be doing everything medically possible to make him active. Give him when he wants, play with him, do a lot of things. If you don't, you are looking for the death of the man.
Not live long. If you want to die quick, humanize.
Maybe prostrate, they keep people faster. Prostrate, they keep people faster than 2 wives.
Of your money, of your
How
money.
many percent?
Humanize.
How many percent?
Daddy Chris, this topic will not end today. If you want to die quick, humanize.
You said prostrate, they keep people faster. Now tell me the percentage
Of people like that.
the rate of death men
That is
that
prostrate.
dies. Tell me the percentage as to compare to other cause of death. Tell me the percentage.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a good statistic. Something to consider. Whether it is prostate that is killing more men than any other thing. That makes a lot of sense. But what we're saying is that is avoidable. Maybe it's not only about the death alone. No? It's about the activity in the home. Do you know that most families, they don't have sex in 3 weeks? They don't tire. They don't see each other tired.
You consign them. But
But what I'm saying, Mary, is that it cannot be active all the time Okay, Mary. Okay, if I ask this difficult question, this is not the right show to
I will
do
leave
so.
it though. I don't understand
No, the right question that maybe I'll be asking is, now tell me, if you are married, you are youngest, how do you sustain your sexual life? Because the first time, the first time with the week, how do you sustain it?
when we get there, when we get to that bridge, we'll cross it.
All right, okay. That's the right way. That's a good place to leave that topic. At least we agree sometimes that there will be a need for us to activate our sexual life in the marriage. Mary said when we get there, we'll cross it. For those of us who are already there, we can think of a way to cross her. When Mary reach there, she will cross her home. It's a personal thing. You have a husband at home. The thing not they work again as before. Ask yourself why. Maybe there's need for us to do something differently. Not easy to go out to. Maybe going out is an option. Maybe there's a way you play with it. Technology don't come these days. Maybe technology they do the thing. In any case, do what you have to do to keep that man alive. Not only because he's going to die alone, so that home. When a man, something this doctor said, if a man is not happy in the bedroom, it affects his productivity.
I think can we sometimes talk about contentment and self-control? When
No,
you bring
contentment, we
up
can't come to contentment.
monogamy topic, can we still bring self-control and contentment to the topic and talk
What
about
do you mean self-control?
That is self-control and contentment, right? We do a whole lot.
So what is
Daddy Chris. Daddy Chris. Daddy Chris.
Self-control, then you have a big problem. Because you want to do anything you see, any skirt on the road, you think is a normal thing. You get because you want to.
But not only men, though. All the women when they carry children go meet men. So when would they hear say the child is not your own? Not the only men do. So in Nigeria today,
they are cheating, is catching up with them. So what are you complaining for? You know what
so it's not what we say now. Even women, I'm sure if women don't have enough sex, though it doesn't affect you medically.
Instead of a woman
that depression in the house.
You get my point.
Woman when they never sleeping for 1 year for 6 months, you think that you enter the house eat.
Why will you say your husband house and be giving him another person's child? That's what I'm saying. That instead of
it's
saying
wrong. Mary, what we saying to men now? Wait first. Yes, Mary, wait. What we're saying to men now affect women. Any woman they married in those days, my place, when did they meet me in the park go home? Say they not sleep with me. Say the married when they say the man they touch me. Now park in the park, they go in Papa house.
So why is man not touching
the family has the set one.
So why is man not touching? You are telling me that when a man starts being so clinch to a side chick, you'll be seeing his wife as anything. That is the problem I'm telling you. Start seeing her as if
no, we don't say, Mary, we don't say the wife must accept it. Side chick is a solution.
Mary, you know that once you start getting so clinch to a woman outside, you will not value that one in the house. Because you don't listen to the woman outside.
That is a lie.
New things are less. That old one don't make sense again. All your energy.
Nobody make you sleep.
Daddy Chris.
Daddy Chris. That goes outside, goes to tire.
Daddy Chris.
Tire with it. He doesn't tire.
Daddy Chris.
You don't start down. Bad life is not good. Let's not try to paint anything.
I know. Go come bring Christian Bible. Come me now. Let's hear you so.
Daddy.
Your network is not good. Just let me
Daddy Chris.
Chibuzo is contributing. Don't say so. Go on, Chibuzo.
This topic will not end here today.
We'll do it another day. We'll discuss it another day. That's what I was thinking. I think we should talk about what is going on in the past state. They said they will not pay.
So it's another day. Let's do it's not going to end. Mary, I've given her the winning side. Let's talk about politics. Leave Mary.
Yes. I think the most important thing now is what is happening in Rivers.
Everything you've said.
They said the federal government has stopped releasing monthly allocation to rivers. That's a big one. You understand? Which court? I don't understand when Nigeria, say just the way we argue the same matter here now. Mary gets some portion of the Bible when she preach. She quotes.
I think for the governor. I think for Kubara.
In fact, they're going to try and frustrate the guy, but they should be very careful. They could be creating a time bomb, because if the governor go on the extreme, there's something that Wike was doing to him. Wike was at the beginning, Mary, the guy was very quiet. Wike was doing all until he turned out on Wike.
Yes.
When you push somebody to the wall, I'm the one that said, tell Wike that you blackmail Wike that he will open his file. When the governor start to open Wike file now, Wike don't know. If the federal government continue to stop allocation to them, then you cannot take their oil. You cannot take their oil and you say you will not give them their own.
There's
no
that
law. There's no court of law that allow that.
Yes, that Chris.
Yes.
That was what was going on the internet. People were like speculating that Fubara has shut down NMPC and and every other oil company in Rivers State. Although I was listening to radio this morning, they say he hasn't made such statement. If he would do, maybe that would be later. That judgment is a very like I don't just know how to describe it. Wike, what he's doing is not good at all.
No,
This same thing that happened to this.
Sorry, son.
That is happening to this man now. Happened to Tinubu. This thing happened to Tinubu. You know what? You know what? You know what?
No, son, you are a child of history. Tinubu is a good student of history.
No, the real issue is that
yeah, go on, sir.
It happened to him. You understand? So did he keep quiet? He didn't keep quiet. You know what is happening now? What? That's why I say these politicians. In fact, because they are not leaders, they are politicians. Like I always say, they are not leaders, they are politicians.
They are rulers.
What Tinubu is trying to do is they are not even everything about Nigeria. They don't care. They don't. What they are doing, what they are planning is 2027. The handwriting, what happened the last election, and the way they are ruling now, the way they are making people to suffer, is giving them hope that if you didn't do like this, so this power will be difficult for you to take in 2027. So what he's doing is in fact, he's practicing autocracy. You understand?
It is.
He's practicing autocracy. He just like trying to build. So if he succeeds in removing Fubara or crippling Fubara now, and Rivers State will be APC, you'll be happy. You understand, sir? So what is happening is that, like I listened to Fubara, what he said that Tinubu called him and Wike in Abuja. They had an agreement on what to do. They came back to Rivers State. He stick to those agreements, those laws that Tinubu gave them. Do you know that those guys went and ambushed him and went to court and start filing all manner of charges, collecting ex parte order, collecting order from Federal High Court and all that. They ambushed him. They didn't do what the president directed them to do for peace to reign. But this man stick to that, all these directives, all the order given by the president. But they went and ambushed him at the back, meaning that the president is aware of the ambush because he would have uttered the word. Even when the local government was burnt, he didn't condemn it. He was even blaming the Fubara, a whole governor. Is it because he's not in the APC? This Fubara, let him not forget, this Fubara contributed to the victory of Rivers State, for him winning in Rivers State. Is it because that things has fallen apart now between him and Wike? This Fubara didn't sleep day and night in making sure that they gave him victory in Rivers State, but he's keeping quiet because of his plan in 2027. Anyway, let's see where it will end, because I know it's not going to end well. This movement now is not going to end well. What I know is that they cannot remove Fubara as governor of the state.
That's what they want to do.
If they will do that, let them wait for 2027. But as it stands,
it's not even 2027. How are they going to do it? That the peace going to rain? He think it is in Lagos.
Yes, he want to do it. They cannot.
Tinubu is a dictator. Tinubu is a dictator. He did it. The governor who wanted in Lagos was this guy. What's his name? This was the most performing governor.
Is that Ambode?
Ambode was the most performing governor. Now, so Tinubu got removed him.
Yes, now.
The most performing governor. Don't not forget. Tinubu removed him. And so they're doing that. You're going to extend that to come. They go show to you say Rivers. No, these are violent people.
But this thing Wike has started. If they're giving him leg to continue, Wike succeed and increase. Every other state will start doing this Godfather.
Exactly.
Then that's the problem.
And Tinubu is not seeing anything wrong in it. And it's a very bad practice for Nigerian democracy.
No, because he's a corporate also. Like is plan of the game. He's part of the game. Sorry, is part of the game. He's part of what is happening. You understand? I was just said in this show, like what is happening now? He's building houses for judges. I asked in this show one day. I said, how can you build a house for judge, give him car, increase his salary? In fact, they are feeding him. You understand? Then they maybe they table a matter concerning you in his table or on his table. Then he will go against you. You understand? You can never do that. I was thinking this morning that is it not better for us to even vote who will become our INEC chairman?
No, those are things
going forward, because you cannot appoint somebody to be an INEC chairman. You understand? Then the person will not. I don't know. Even in football, they will say we are coming to play in our home. There's some home advantage. INEC is giving the
we need to
INEC is giving those appointing advantages that okay, you are the one winning or losing, but don't worry, I will declare you. Let's go to court. You know now.
Anyway,
yeah, that's not kind of a thing. Let them compare somebody who is just staying in his bedroom or her bedroom. Say, oh, okay, my son, go and become INEC chairman. You understand? Even when the person is not qualified, it just won't happen between Akpabio. After giving his vote to Tinubu in primary election, he now said that he wants Akpabio to become Senate president.
Which he is now.
That him become Senate president wasn't because of the it was not because of the vote of the House. It was his decision. I don't know how you want to do it, but what I want is I want this man to become Senate president, and it happened. Sure. So Tinubu has not bring anything to Senate. Then a debate on it. At the end of the day, they won't approve it. All the money he has borrowed. They approved it. So the thing is getting worse. Where we are hoping that things are going to be better in politics of Nigeria, it's getting worse. You understand? I don't know. This thing is a very terrible thing. No, sometimes when I listen to it, I just get angry. It's not really funny.
Anyway, we're gonna see. That's a developing story. We want to see how it happens.
I asked somebody. Just imagine that Wike. Just imagine that Wike was the present governor of this state. Can you even try it with the kind of man he is, the kind of behavior he possesses? Can you even try it? You can't. Instead, he will ban you as a governor. Instead,
it's such a he's out of order, man.
Wike will ban you from coming into the state. He will ban you because he possesses the power. If Fubara wants Wike not to come this state again until he finishes, then he will not come. He has the power, but he cannot try it with Wike. No. Let's tell ourselves the truth.
You know what we have?
What did he do that he cannot forgive him? What did he do that?
Fubara is more intelligent than him. Fubara won all the local government using another political party.
Yes.
Fubara is going to win the state when the time comes. The guy is going to defeat Wike, and look at what happened to Tinubu. Tinubu was running Lagos independent of Obasanjo. Fubara will run that state independent of him, but this is what will happen. Tinubu, a time will come, that oil when you sit down, they shop. Tinubu, this guy will help to set up people, they will cut them off. And now that Tompolo is supporting Tompolo, because at the end of the day, the fight is going to be between this Tompolo and Asari. Because now these two people are going to have a big drama at the end of the day. You see these two guys, they're going to come out and they're going to no, not this one. Come on, give me this guy. We're going to see these two guys fighting. You understand? This is the same issue we're discussing today, monogamy and polygamy. Because Asari is going to claim to be a supporter of Fubara, not that he really cares. Because Tompolo, who's collecting money from Tinubu, will say you can't try it. There will be problem in the Niger Delta. Something Tinubu will not be able to handle. And I really want to advise them. These are issues. You can't handle it.
How would you understand? The politics of Nigeria.
Tinubu, they make mistake. Asari will pray on this, use his voice to say, okay, now that you said this one, now that you don't give us our money, because they're already complaining that you've cancelled Ministry of Niger Delta. Now you stop money coming from the rivers. Now they can start to break down the oil pipe. What do you think Topolo can do? Is Topolo God? They're going to fight, and Topolo will not be able to stop it. He's the one collecting the 4 billion anyway. So a lot of people are angry already. You want to put fire more? Go on. This is a developing story, and we really need to see it happen.
You know what is happening? What is happening? What is that? These things they are doing, and that decrease. These things they are doing. I just pray that one day they will continue to do it. When they are playing politics, they say nothing can happen. One day it will lead to something that will, this separation and the fight they are looking for. They say it cannot happen. Based on they have the power.
These are the things that are going to happen.
How many millions?
Thank you.
How many millions of security agents do we have in this country? The security agents are they more than Nigerians civilians? No, they are not more than. The only thing that is holding us is all that seed of hatred they've planted in us. You understand? Yes. So this one now will bring a very good idea. This one we disagree based on one thing or the other. But this thing they are doing, one day they will do it. They will do it to the extent. No, the people they will do it. They will not. They can't be able to hold it anymore.
I agree.
You understand that?
They believe that Topolo is going to hold Niger Delta together.
These people that are calculating.
It's wrong.
Ahead. The politics. Yes. The politics they are playing is politics of. I think.
Now pride, ego, now they
are calculating ahead. They are not playing politics. So what they are doing is that the politics of now in Nigeria is after the election, the next plan is to plan ahead of the coming election. So they will have to start now and put everything in order in place so that when it gets to that time, it will be very easy for them to do whatever thing they want to do.
Not stopping
they will use how is they understand this man will always.
Footballer is not their problem. Now they're making him a problem. You know, so when Juju won't kill you, it will cost your best friend to fight you. That's what, because footballer would have been the one to fight for them now. They're costing footballer. And footballer, if this trouble continue, footballer will say, after all, Nigeria don't even like me, Abuja. Make a cuckoo follow Biafra, they go. That's how it go be. And when the coalition like this, because we done the best before, when they put two things, you go choose one. More than bitter, they help our case. So sometimes you're making a lot of mistakes. Is this the biggest trouble we have in Nigeria? This weekend is the one that is going to cost Nigeria a very big pain. And he's doing so. Wike is doing so. Wike is not the only person in Abuja.
That Chris, you know the funny part of it, eh? The most interesting part of this whole thing is that you see these people now he's working for. This thing he's doing, all in the name of planning to become president of this country or vice president of this country someday or one day. Do you know that the people he's dealing with is more than him? They will use you and dump you. They will use him. At the end of the day, they will dump him. You see the way they dumped Amechi is the way they will dump Wike at the end of the day. I'm telling you the truth. Let him mark it somewhere. They are not foolish, oh. They know that what he's doing is not good, though. They are just using it to get what they want.
You said a very important thing. And if anyway, say this man, they hear word before, so we hear this one. Make it ask. Iborina in boss. Tell her. Wike, Iborina your boss. See what they do. Ibori won election for Yaradua. Where in they? He go prison, come back. Okowa, now our money. He take run election. Where in they? Amechi, our money. He take and run Buhari election. You don't take our money again, run. I go touch now. By God's grace. Anyway, let's go to the next important topic. This boy, one beat, and I want to put him for prison at all costs. I don't understand. Very dark man. Where did it happen? Now, my guess, the best. We have 1 minute to discuss this, and we're going to close the show. Where did it happen, young women? I don't say two of them, and I don't get one issue with very dark man. Nah,
Talk the truth, oh. Talk the truth. If you are a military personnel, the Air Force, the Navy, the Nigerian police, and you know what it takes for you to wear that uniform, because the uniform commands respect, commands authority. It represents Nigeria, and somebody would just easily, people imitate the police or the military, right? Let me just say the police, because we're talking about police right now, and wear the uniform to do skits and this, but not the full regalia, not the full uniform, not the uniform. They sew a costume, they sew a material. For example,
this is a costume. It's written very dark man. This is not the Nigerian police uniform. It's
the
written
Nigerian
VDM.
logo. Are you seeing the logo of the elephant? This with the rank. Are you seeing the rank? Are you seeing everything? This is not a costume. This is the Nigerian uniform. Whether he puts very dark man or he not put very dark man, this is the Nigerian police uniform. But people are doing skits. For example, people were saying, what of Officer Wars? I don't know if you've heard of him. He's a content and a skit maker that is always doing police comedy. But that police comedy, if you go to his page, you will see that he wears a cap like very dark man that does not have this logo on it. He wears a shirt like this, with that very dark man is wearing, that does not have the ranks, the logo of Nigerian. You cannot change the fact that this is Nigerian logo, Nigerian police logo. This is the uniform. Go and check the difference between the uniform. It's just this VDM he put here. That's the difference. So what he did is completely out of line, and it's a criminal offense. It's a criminal case. It's in the constitution. You can't wear our uniform like this. The security agency, the military uniform. You can't do that. So
is it the most important issue we're dealing with now? That very
I want to add something.
That he took seriously, but this is the Nigerian problem. No, but he took it seriously for him. So every little issue we must face. We're starting with him.
Go on.
Chibuzo, talk. We're hearing you.
I want to add something that Chris. It's unfortunate that this is happening now. Although I don't really know the law that guides. Okay, it's unfortunate that this thing is happening to him now. I don't know the law that guides this wearing of uniform. Although I've watched skits on Facebook where some people say do this one is not a camouflage, corporate army wears. Sometimes I wonder whether they are soldiers. There's one guy that do this prank video. You understand? Most of the people he's meeting is corporate men, military men. You understand? So, one thing is that I don't know the law that guide this thing. If he knows that what he did, or if you want to do this kind of thing, you have to take permission. They have to grant you that order first.
Yes.
And he didn't go and do that before he wear the uniform. That's where he made a mistake. You understand? Yes. If not that we are taking some things, there are some things we shouldn't take that serious. You understand? We've seen what he represents, who he is in the country. You understand? It's only Nigeria that where you see this kind of thing.
What he represents.
No, I'm just saying. Let just he's an activist now. I can call him I can call him. Yes. Let me finish now. Let me finish. I can call him an activist for my side. Okay, fine. I'm not.
He's not an activist.
Listen. Don't be offended. Let me just land. I'm not supporting him for what he did. I said listen to
you are calling him an activist.
I'm saying what he did is a trivial offense. I am not afraid to say it. These are trivial offenses. In fact, in the UK, I'm a filmmaker. In the UK, when I want to shoot in the police station, I go and pay and I use the police station to shoot. I wear the uniform to shoot.
Because you took authority.
Yes.
He did what he did unauthorized.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying now. I'm not supporting him. I said if what he did is wrong, by not taking the permission, by not taking that order, by not going to the right authorities for them to grant him the permission to wear the clothes, I'm not supporting that wearing the clothes is legal or is good. You understand? That's why he made the mistake. That's what I'm saying. I say
pardon for him.
I'm going to use this word.
Yes,
civil disobedience is a fine way to bring cultural changes to society. Young women, sometimes some civil disobedience are very, very important to bring cultural changes. Nelson Mandela had to disobey the law and said, for this I'm prepared to die. He was sentenced to life imprisonment. He came back, he was made president. Some certain disobedience are necessary. The Nigerian police have been out of order. Go and arrest the criminal. It's right there with you. Go and pick up the thief that is with you there.
That man has been out of order. Yes.
No, that guy.
But Daddy Chris, what I want, Daddy Chris, I believe that Nigeria has the capacity to arrest anybody in this country. They have the capacity. Not just Nigerian, not just Nigerian police, or every security agencies in this country have the capacity. They have the equipment to arrest anybody they want to arrest, unless they don't want to do it. Yes, they've arrested this man for committing, for going against the law. I want to still use this opportunity to tell them, Nigerian police, Nigerian army, please, this energy you people are putting on some of these citizens that have not committed the real crime, please use that opportunity. Our children are dying, our mothers are being killed, our fathers are being killed, and you know where these people are. These people are making video on social media and even inviting you to come. This is where we are. Come on, you can't do us anything. Please use that energy too to go for them. Arrest them, bring them to book, let them face their crime. Let them. I'm just using this opportunity to plead with them.
Politicians that are thieving money. He knows about Yaya Bello, right? But he's putting more energy on things that does not matter to Nigeria, like Bobrisky case. So he started it. That's why they're still put their energy.
Bobrisky's case is very important. It's not Bobrisky as the way his lifestyle, the way that the fact that the Nigerian police, that the Nigerian prison didn't treat Bobrisky in a normal way, like other people, and he was able to drag in Falana. That's why it is of interest to us. And another president tried to say Falana today. So that is so important. He's addressing the important issue.
I agree with you. That's why this is important. So that people don't use Nigerian uniform to go and attack people.
I go pay you, I go fine you, I swear. In those days, when women they talk too much, we go give them fine for Robulan. I swear. Anyway, that is a good place to wrap up the show, young women. You've all done well. We've spoken from our center. What is good about what we've done today is that we spoke how we feel. Nobody compared you. Nobody said you must say what you say. You say it because that's your position on the issue. And I'm sure sitting at home, many people support what I've said. Many support Timuzo. That is what we are here to do. We present the issue, we digest it, we fight about it. But at the end of it, we unveil so many things that sometimes we appeal to your conscience. The question I ask today is, medically, how do you sustain a home? This is our thing as men of 50 years old. It's a fact. The thing they quit, they die. If you not know, no can know. So men of 50 years old are like me. They know what I'm talking about. You need something to energize the day. That's why when David one day they give a young one. Anyone they give another one. It's necessary. Unfortunately, that is the thing. Women are powerful. That is the position you guys do on that. Whether it is time for us to practice monogamy or polygamy, that's a thing for another day. Why some people will agree, some may disagree. But let me say this. It is against the law to marry more than one wife. But if you marry your wife according to your custom and tradition, you can marry as many as you want. Let me repeat that. I'm a legal person. It's against the law. If you take your wife to the court, you marry there, you can't marry more than one wife. But if you marry her according to your custom and tradition, to her, you can marry 50. So wherever you want to follow that path, right? Even you woman, if you know say you don't want to make your husband marry another wife, take and go court to. Don't come and cry to us tomorrow. If you know say your husband get tendency to marry more than one wife and you want to protect yourself, make sure you take her to court. If he goes to court, then he has broken the law. But if he's there for us, for tradition, he marry finish, go marry another one, court not get anything to do. We cannot help you. So that is a place to run the show. Thank you very much for being on the show, young people. You guys have energy. I like that. And this energy, but these two women, Mokuna not take this energy, follow that man. This is not energy for television. Because any man, when he see this energy, will be wrong. With men, have tendency of being, we feel threatened when women matter too loud. Even when you say the truth, we feel threatened. So that's a good place to end the show. And I'm going to
Mary, smile small now. Why are you frying your face?
No, Mary won't talk now. Mary, I want Mary to even end the show by telling Nigerians what What we should do, Mary, to advise a married woman at home, advise a married woman at home that his husband is cheating. Mary, what do you have to say to that woman? Should he back out or stay in the marriage?
Stay where you have peace. Try your best to see how you can work on your marriage. But if it's at the verge of killing you, you move. That's what I have to
You
say.
meow.
So when there's violence, it's a move. All right, other than violence, what do you say,
Nigapa.
Princess? You can move. He says that.
Try and work on it. Try and work on it. The only thing that most times that makes me say women should leave marriage is not even really about cheating. Forget that we are talking about cheating. One thing that I'm actually talking to people when it comes to domestic violence. If this person is already seeing you, you can leave.
No, even in the UK, they will separate you. When you are about to kill yourself, the government will separate you because they don't want to come back and begin to carry 2 dead bodies. You understand? So at that point, when you people and your relationship is now toxic, there's a point when you need to separate for some time, and you guys they come back. You understand? But you need to separate at that moment because that heat of the moment, he said this, I said this, I said this. You must cross some lines. So sometimes it's better you separate. A white man will just carry his bag and leave the house. He come back another day. You understand? And women, when they leave the house, at that time they invest more. But that is the right thing to do. Leave her with the children. Come back when the thing is calm. So you don't make the mistake. The wise person will react less. That's what we say. When you are very happy, talk less. When you are very angry, talk less. That's what the Bible says. All right. So, Princess, what do you have to tell us on this same issue? Should the women stay at home, stay with the marriage, or vamoose? Other than domestic violence, should they stay for emotional, religious reasons? Because I know you're a very religious person.
So, okay, if I want to, from the religious point of view first, that's what the Bible says, that although the Bible does not say when a man marries more than one wife, the woman should leave. So I can't say a woman should leave when a man marries more than one wife. But then I would advise women, just like you said, to take the men to court so that they can stand their ground, because it's wrong, it's cheating. You've not just cheated the woman in that aspect, but you've cheated the woman mentally, because it means that you are a deceiver. You didn't tell her, because it's an agreement. Marriage is a constitution. You can't. It's not something. It has to do. To me, I see it as partnership.
The right that say that one wife, one husband. I say the right for the constitution.
If I want to marry you, I'm not saying that.
From my village, you go there, they say that they will say that they say they remove the tea cap for you.
Yeah? Because if you don't anything I give you, you collect at the end of the day. Yeah, so
people then leave this place and say, Allah swear. Until you see this thing, you go near them. You know, when you see a girl for outside, you say, she fine. When you go near her, say, babe, now that time you go to say she be another person. People say, over to you. I never know her before. I never know her. Come on. People say, what do you have to say to men?
Well,
let's talk to men. Let's talk to men of your age. I want to talk to guys of your age. As we go into this future, I'll talk to men of my age. You understand? But as men of you, young people like you go into the future, perhaps the best thing is really to have your peaceful wife. But while you are going into that one, I'm saying that there may be a time where this whole physical attraction, that chemistry, may be diminishing. You understand? So, what do you do in preparation for that time? Because it's not advisable to take more than one wife. I can see where you're coming from. But what do you do to prepare your wife and yourself for that? Advise your fellow young men.
Okay, Daddy Chris. I don't have much to say, but what I have to say is that for young men that want to get married soon, marrying more than one wife, for me, is not advisable. Forget my agreement on the show. You understand? If you are planning to marry, just look for somebody you can be with. You can tolerate her character and all that. You understand? And if at the end of the day you get to the marriage, like what Mary said, stay where you have peace. You understand? It's not only you understand marriage, you see that it's choking you. You can easily leave. You don't allow somebody to kill you to take your life for nothing. You understand? That's what I have to say. And I wish
Thank
every
you
young
very
man
much.
out there and the young women out there good luck.
Yes, and I really want to say, I don't want to say to anybody, talented to men of my age, prostrate is real. All right, and I'm talking from the medical point of view. I don't know about your health condition, but prostrate is real. That thing they do am. If your wife don't give you, give to am aside. If not, you go die soon. I don't wish you prostate cancer, but it's gonna knock on the door. Sex is a very good exercise for any man. It makes you build you up physically, mentally, it is good for you, and health wise, it's very good. So you better do it and come out and be productive so that you
Excuse
can
for
be
cheating.
decent. We have
Excuse
to
for
just
cheating.
like now let my
Excuse
own, don't talk your own, oh, make I not talk to my age.
only that one that want to obey. But all the health issues, you don't obey it. But this one now want to obey that one because it's how to do
Then
it.
the thing need to dey flow. At that age, the thing not flow now, wahala.
Excuse for cheating. No problem. Let me know.
Anyway, for my men, they know what I'm saying.
They have
The
not
men
seen
of
when
my age know what I'm talking about. They
somebody's
can take it
BP
or
blood
leave it.
pressure increase in the process of you want to overdo. It's
I
not
don't
seen.
know. Excuse for cheating.
Your blood pressure will increase, you will die there. Maybe you're the one that even said it last time on the show that somebody died on top.
All the men
And
out there
increase.
that they say smokers are liable to die young, they will go and buy the cigarette. I see they will read it too. Smokers are liable to die young. They did not see that one as heard something to obey.
You
But
see, you see why
But Mary, in that
Apostle
case,
to
Mary, no, Patience asked me one
in that
question.
case, in that case,
Patience asked a
you
question. No, actually, Patience was saying something very strong. That I said people that the thing they die on top of the thing. That's true. If they do exercise every day, you know they get heart attack. Oh. Now, if you see those people when they die on top, now those one not do, they go do once. If they do a play, if na regular exercise, you can never die of heart attack.
Can you imagine that decrease?
Somebody go gym, come get heart attack. For where? You can't die gymming. It's a gym.
Voila.
You know, if you do it all the time, you cannot. But when you do it, then they share your wife. My wife, my wife go do me. You go do once, if you die then. But out of that anger, they do the thing. It's a regular exercise. It's good for your head. It's good for your prostate, and it's good for the country because mentally you'll be stable and you'll be more productive. In Jesus'
Mary,
name.
this is passive. You have to. Amen.
I love you guys. Don't worry. Whatever we say on this show, yes, sir. Whatever we say stays here. We don't carry it outside. I didn't say, man, you must go and marry 10 wives. But if you have the chance, I don't see any reason why not. Everybody say, way of distributing wealth.
Nothing like you say, if I are a strong advocate of
Mary is a way of people distributing wealth. If Mary, not with me talking about that time for Bible, when God sent Ruth, when God do that thing with the king. Sex not there. You get sex past God. Go and read the story of Ruth. The king get many wives. He still send and go. Not be the same God with the Psalm, so I mean God don't change. The same God yesterday, the God of today, and the God of tomorrow. He don't change.
That is why the Old and New Testament did not change. The same God of today, tomorrow, and tomorrow. So why we
God knows say the king did that.
has changed. Nothing in the Bible has changed. So can we see the new parts of the Old Testament and the things that it accepts and the things that it prohibits? Can we not start focusing on that?
I
as well?
understand. Maybe
Prostrate.
you understand something about.
Everybody now wants to obey prostrate by force. Prostrate is not the order of the day. Yeah.
Maybe let me say this about this Bible you're talking about. I will say this, and people will kill me, but I'll say this. The only unadulterated part of the Bible is the Old Testament. And I'm gonna prove this to you. By the time the Bible begin to move from one culture to the other, everybody begin to adapt it to their own culture. The first time the Jewish culture were the original owner of the Bible. That's everything you say about the beginning to the time of Jesus was about the Jewish people. When Jesus left, Bible now moved from one place to the other, and it begins to change. They begin to write letter to the Corinthians, write to the Philippines, write to this because of their initial culture. The reason Paul was writing to them is to advise them that this is what you can do, this is what you can do, because the Bible is now going through different, like here, many in this country, we have Anglican. We don't take up, we don't follow the Catholic again. Anglican say you can marry more than one wife. You can even be gay and still be a priest and be a bishop. We have Bishop Gay in the UK, in Jesus' name. So that's where we end the show. So those of us who are in Africa, in fact, when I was going through this thing on I asked AI today about this thing and polygamy in Nigeria, and that is what I saw. That the Christians in Nigeria, the more in Africa, and they take the matter more serious. May God help all of us. In Jesus' name. So we end the show. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay out of trouble. And please, you two guys, stay out of trouble. Because we can marry, agree. Marry third wife, but we can make you not touch my guests. If you want to marry anyone, I will give you.
Amen.
You will pay. That's so Africa do. Now I be like God. When trouble day, my guests will come. They will make peace.
No,
but don't
ain't no go marry any of them.
I mean,
That the Chris, no be for them.
They don't give you. We can not give you. Sorry.
Mary is not for
my
Wike.
sons, I'm not green. I don't give. Because I saw that they drop a family. I cannot just decide.
I disagree.
You don't offend many people. Now my son not going to give you wife. Okay. What a disaster. We can go say no one. You go forget them before. I'll see you guys tomorrow, right? Stay out of trouble, guys. And, we spent 2 hours, 15 minutes, even more on this show. What a disaster. I will not bring this kind of topic again. I swear. Because in a fire today, may God help all of us. We were talking also, he said.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your Srtv Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number. Srtv. Innovative content.